to be willing, if you're in the field of theater, you need to be willing to move to different parts of the country when there's jobs available. There are jobs, of course, which you can get in community theater, regional theater, professional theater. Those jobs are few and far between compared to the number of people that apply for them. And the best of the best are the ones who get that job. And there are plenty of the best that don't get the job. There are thousands of actors that go to New York and Los Angeles every year with their degrees in theater. And there were graduates of the theater program that I graduated from. After they graduated, they came back. There was one girl, I remember she had always was thought of to be a very capable and competent actress, pretty girl. She came back and she was running wardrobe. I think she'd met Tom Cruise once in a sitting. Just, pulling costumes and stuff like that. And that's stuff that, we were all trained to do. I did a lot of stage managing behind the stage, not from the booth. I enjoyed running the stage, doing stage management from the stage, because I had to do a lot more of the people management and making sure everybody got their cues, people were where they were supposed to be, people had the props they needed, that the stage was functioning, and, pulling electrics and stuff like that. Managing the dressing rooms and the green room and stuff like that is what I did. The other stage managers sat up in the booth and called the cues. I called some cues too from backstage. But the job I had was a lot more hands-on. I did run lights. I did sound, from the booth and stuff on different shows too. So it's not like I never did any of that. But I trained other people to be stage managers that ran the show from the booth, So it's a fun job. It's demanding. Never a dull moment, and every show's different every night, even though it's the same script and the same actors. It's interesting, and I enjoyed it. I was good at it, which is why I was successful at it. And we were a small theater program, and we, we're trained in bachelor's level theater production, one of the most demanding majors on the campus, because, your hours are all, you can be up to 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 or 3 rehearsals for different shows a night, and projects and stuff like that. It takes a lot to complete that major. To be successful in it, you need to go to graduate school. You need to go into, if you're going to go into the professional field of theater, you need to have a master's degree. Not just a master's in theater, but a master's in fine arts, an MFA. That is what you need to do. I usually ended up doing dramaturgy research. I did write some reviews too. I was a good writer. So, I was good. Got, repertory roles we all had to take in acting classes. So, if you want to go into that field, I think that's fine. If you want to major in it, you need to have something else. You need to graduate with a bachelor's degree in theater and, a teacher certificate too, or something else like nursing or something practical, x-ray tech, I don't know what, something that you're going to be able to get a job and pay your bills. because in the nature of the theater, you might have a show that you do, that you get hired to do that might pay you $100 a week. That's not going to pay your rent. You might have to go 3 states away to work on that show, and then while you're there, how are you going to pay your bills and where are you going to live? So there's the starving artist aspect of being in the performing arts. And yeah, you want to go and make it big, and that's great. And there's, places where you can do that. It takes years of work. It takes years of work to develop that type of reputation in the work that you do and get connected and develop professional connections. So you have to be kind of a transient, or you just have to have financial resources. And there were girls that I went to school with that went and got masters of fine arts in lighting design, in set design, in directing, that were successful, but the percentage of graduates that were that successful was very small. And that's not good. And those are statistics, and that's because that's the nature of the work, That's how it goes. And, you have to want it. You have to want it. You can't just, have it and say, I've got this degree and I'm going to apply. You got to drive all over. You got to go to the next state over. You've got to show up. You've got to work hard to get those jobs. I mean, really hard to get them. And so, the financial aspect of it is very difficult to manage. Only people who really are going for broke and want that industry to be their livelihood when they first get out of college, are willing to go stay in shelters or live with their parents, and come and go, and, having a car and all that kind of stuff. Where are you going to pay for it if you don't have a job after you graduate? How are you going to pay for a car? How are you going to pay for a bus ticket? You need a job at McDonald's, the manager training. Yeah, okay, but you got to be at McDonald's every night. So, that's the difference. And I wish that I had gone to grad school. I was so sick of college by the time I graduated. I was so tired of studying. It was a hard degree to earn. The school I went to was extremely prestigious. They didn't, just make it easy for everybody. And they were academically demanding, one of the most academically demanding schools in the country. Different than other schools, require a lot more writing and research and personal presentations, and stuff like that. Exams were always essays. There might have been a few that weren't, but most of the time they were essay questions. So it required a lot of study and a lot of devotion to study to graduate there. That's why it has the reputation it does. That school that I went to. So I'm very glad that I graduated, but I was like, wow, I worked so hard for 4 years to graduate, and I remember thinking, how hard can it be just to work enough to pay your rent, keep your electric bill paid? How hard is that? Really. Anyway, here I am. It's 59. It took me 20 minutes to get over here.